morning, moms. Happy Monday. I am super, super excited to be on live with you this morning about this topic because this is a topic that is near and dear to my heart because I have realized that you think about all the things in life, whether it's your health and fitness, your spouse, your job, whatever it might be, that is going to guide what you do and it's going to guide what your results are going to be. So I want to talk to you today about how your thoughts are standing in your way and then also things that you can do to change those thoughts. So if you haven't chatted with me before, my name is Rachel and I help moms lose weight. That's the shortest version of it. I'm a mom of 6, and so I am a huge believer that you can make the time as long as you make yourself a priority to make yourself healthy. And so we're going to talk today about our thoughts and how that is affecting what results we are getting. So here is how this goes, and I'm taking this from Brooke Castillo. She is a woman from the Life Coach School. I have not been certified by the Life Coach School yet. I am in the process of getting signed up for that. But the model that she uses is something that has touched me so deeply and it has changed my life. So I want to share that with you today. So she basically uses a formula, and I'm going to give you the left of it. And it's basically that your circumstances, or that you have a circumstance in your life, whatever your thought is about that circumstance determines what your feelings are, determines what your actions are, and that determines your result. And the crazy thing is that the result always goes up and matches your thought. It happens every single time I try to work on this. I've done this with my daughters, and we get done and we're like, oh my gosh, the result matches your thought. So just for example, if the circumstance is exercise, and your thought about exercise is that it's boring, that you hate doing it, you don't have time for it, whatever it might be, and we're going to use the I don't have time for thought. So that is your thought. I don't have time to exercise. Because I hear this from so many moms, and I got to tell you, we're going to change that thought today. So you don't have time to exercise, that's your thought. So then your feeling is that you're rushed, that you're frazzled, that you're always like running behind. Those are your feelings. So then you get into your actions. So what do? You skip the exercise. You don't get the benefit of the exercise because you're skipping the exercise. And you just end up in a situation more frazzled and stressed. And your result is that you don't work out. So you can see, don't work out result matches that particular thought. So if you change that thought to, I always make time for exercise, because when I learned this model, it really hit me as to why exercise is a cornerstone of my life for so many years and why it's not for some of the moms I work with. And so I work to help them create that thought of, I make time for exercise. That is one of the most important thoughts that you can make when it comes to your workout. I make time for exercise. You don't need to like exercise. You don't need to love to sweat. You don't need to love to be sore. You don't have to love any of that. But you need to have a thought that I make time for exercise. Then you get into your feeling, and you have a little bit different feeling about that exercise. You're like, okay, I can do this. I can find 30 minutes. That's my feeling. Like, I'm going to enjoy this. This is going to be a really nice part of my day. Then you get into your actions, which is you schedule the exercise, okay? Because you decided I have time to exercise. That's your thought. Now your action is you schedule the exercise, and the result is that you exercise. You have time for it. So you can see how the process flows down, but ultimately whatever you're thinking is going to become your action, and that's going to help you with your results. So you're probably thinking, yeah, that's great, but how do I get that thought of I have time for exercise? What I like to do with my clients when I work with them is I take them from one point and we slowly take baby steps to get to that other point. So if your thought right now is I don't have time to exercise, and we eventually want to get to the I have time to exercise, we need to take some baby steps in between there. And so what I do with my clients is we use a lot of different techniques depending on the client, on the situation, what they like to do. We might do some journaling. We might talk about contrast and clarity type exercise. We might do some meditation. We might do some tapping, whatever it might be. But one of the simplest ways that you can do right now is you can take your current thought now and you write it down on a piece of paper. And if that thought is, I don't have time for exercise, you change the thought just slightly. So instead of I have time for exercise, you might change it to I have time. And you sit in that thought for a while and you see how that changes your feelings. If you spend your morning going, I have time, your feeling is going to be less stress, less frazzle, more relaxation, because you have a thought, I have time. Then your actions are going to be that you schedule things better, that you fit more things into your day. And then your result is going to be that you have time. Okay. Then maybe in a week, you switch it to, I have time for myself. So now slowly your actions are becoming, you're doing things for yourself. It may not be exercise yet. It might just be taking 5 minutes to meditate. It might be drinking water. There's so many different ways that you can have time for yourself. And then eventually you're going to get that thought and create that thought of, I have time for exercise. And you're going to go through the model and you're going to see that you do have time for exercise, because moms, everybody can make the time. Are there sacrifices involved? Absolutely. I give up a little bit of sleep in the morning so that I can spend 45 minutes in my workout room. Is it worth it to me? Hell yeah. Okay. Because when I have time to exercise, my feeling is I feel good about myself. I feel energized. I'm overjoyed about the time that I give myself that morning. And I can pat myself on the back because I got up and did it this morning and I did a job well done. And so you can create those thoughts. It's up to you to create the thoughts. And those are things that nobody else can share. So the circumstance is exercise. That's just something everybody will believe in. But not everybody believes that they don't have time to exercise. Not everybody believes that they do have time. That's a thought that you create yourself. You are the only one in control of those thoughts. You are the one that creates the thoughts and therefore the feelings and the actions and the results that stem from it. So you can do this with any different thought. So the other thought that we're going to do is I hate vegetables, because this is something else I talk with my clients a lot about. A lot of them come to me saying, I hate eating vegetables. I'm not eating vegetables. Is there any way that I can lose weight without eating them? And the truth is, you can lose weight without eating vegetables. I'll say it. But the energy, the regular stomach situation is going to come from the vegetables. All the vitamins and nutrients for your hair, in your skin, in your nails, and all those things, those are going to come from those vegetables. When I'm eating my 4 servings of veggies every day, I just feel so much better than like this last weekend when I was at a conference and I ate a lot of burgers and fries and chicken wings and that type of thing, and I didn't get in all those veggies, although I did throw in a couple of salads. But I don't feel quite as good. So yes, you can lose weight without eating veggies, but let's try to change the thought. So if your thought is, I hate vegetables, your feeling is going to be when you see veggies like, yuck, I don't want to eat those. That's so gross. They taste awful. Those are your feelings. Your actions, of course, are going to be that you skip eating veggies, and your result is going to be that you still hate eating vegetables. But if you eventually get that thought changed to, I love vegetables, and that might be a stretch for some of you right now, your feelings and your actions are going to get you to be somebody that eats a lot of vegetables. And I can assure you that once you start eating vegetables, you start loving them. You start finding the ones that you really like. So obviously going from I hate vegetables to I love vegetables is a huge jump. So let's take it a little bit smaller. So instead of I hate vegetables, maybe you can say I don't enjoy vegetables. And then eventually you can get your thought to veggies are a part of my diet. Eventually you get it to veggies are something I need. And then maybe eventually you can get it to I love vegetables. And like I said, when I work with my clients, we use a lot of different other techniques to change thoughts while I'm doing the coaching with them. But this is kind of like one of the easiest ways to do is just to slowly change that thought so that you can create that different result. Because if you're saying I love vegetables, you're going to feel excited when you get to eat the veggies. You're going to look forward to eating the veggies. Your action is going to be that you're going to add more veggies into your diet. And the result is going to be that you're going to love eating vegetables. And you're going to have that energy and that zest and that wonderful feeling about it. So changing your thought is really, really, really important when it comes to changing your results. So just to kind of give you those steps again, your first step is going to be your circumstance, and that's something that you can even leave off if you're not sure what that circumstance is. And the examples I gave, one of them, the circumstance was exercise, and the second one, that circumstance was vegetables. And then your second step is going to be look at your thought. What thought do you have around that circumstance? Then that thought creates a certain set of feelings. Step 3 is feelings. Step 4 is going to be the actions that you take based on how you feel, because we act based on how we feel. Then our 5th step is going to be those results. And 99% of the time, you're going to see that that result line is the same as your circumstance, because you're creating your own results by the thoughts that you are thinking. I'm going to talk a lot more about this model as I do Facebook Live in different posts, because this works, ladies. This is what is going to get you the results. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see the steps for yourself. And if you're interested in seeing what it would be like to work with a coach that can help you work on this model, I would love to get on the phone with you and have a consult with you, and we can kind of see how I can help you get from your thought of I will always be overweight, or I cannot eat healthy, or I don't know how to lose weight. Whatever those thoughts are that you are having that are pretty negative, that are keeping you stuck in the same results that you've been getting year after year after year, I can help you change those thoughts so that you get a different results. And it's so exciting and it's so fun to do. So reach out to me if you have any interest in setting up a consultation. The consultation is free, no obligation, and we can chat about what it like to help you work through those thoughts and change them. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful for you. Let me know down in the comments what your biggest takeaway was, and share this with any of your friends that have those thoughts that need to be changed. And I can promise you that you can change it with all of your friends, because we all have thoughts that we can change. In fact, this morning I had a thought that it's too hot for me to sit outside and do this live, and I changed my thought, and here I am doing it for you because it's quite hot out here. So have a great rest of your day, everybody. Thank you so much for being on this morning, and I will talk with you next week, and have a great week. Bye-bye.